Right, I think we are live. Let's have a look. Think we're all set up now. There it is. Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Relegation Regen Rebuild 2 with Parma. And today it is the Coppa Nazionale final. Be a special episode. Did it separately to the rest of the season finale. And as you will know, first few minutes of every stream, just sharing it around with the boys in social media so they can join in. Especially this because we'll start quite soon and we need people to join in very early. We'll even do a squad report to give people a chance to get joining in very shortly. And we also need to sort out the description, put the links in there as usual, and put the thumbnail in, which is probably more important than that. Sometimes even more important than the title itself of the video. Thumbnail can really make a video. Right, so it's shared on social media, that's done. We can put it up now on the phone. Is anyone in? Is Andrew already in the chat? Hello mate, how are you doing? I'll lead this one. Go for live events. There we go, it's live now. Can delete episode 41, that thumbnail for Morecambe. Right, now that's done. Clear up this. Get that done whilst this loads. There we go. Right. There we go. Alright. So there's the description. Now I just need to put up the thumbnail. Lovely. And whilst we're starting this, let me know what you think about tennis due to Wimbledon going on at the moment. Are you following the tournament? Hopefully this saves. Come on. Oh my goodness. Why is this taking so long? Reload here. Alright, the thumbnail is in on the phone. Not watch tennis max twice a year. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, so the thumbnail is in, just waiting on this to load so we can put this up on the computer. Lovely, it's in. Can take off the chat. See what Twitter's all about, see if that's going. There we go. Alright, just about good to start, I think. 2 people only in. Alright, I think I'll do a massive squad report first so that people don't miss on the action live. Let's go and do a full squad report. Just have a look at the players. Fabian Lopez overall of 75, gone up by 4. Lucas Gruber overall of 83, gone up by 3. Francesco Esposito overall of 86, gone up by 2. Fabio Medeiros overall of 70, gone up by 3. Zubair Al-Fayoumi overall of 67, gone up by 2. Hassan Abubakar overall of 70, gone up by 4. He's on loan at Besiktas. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Sorry about that. Just dropped my charger. Rodolfo Morales overall of 76, gone up by 3. Talal Alam overall of 66. We just promoted him from the academy. Mario Vlasic overall of 75, gone up by 2. Looking quite good indeed. Tommy Marinovic overall of 72, gone up by 1. Matteo Bacchini overall of 78, gone up by 3. Sebastiano Zanolato overall of 80, gone up by 2. Uros Gabric overall of 69, gone up by 3. Still looking like the best centre back around. Tito Carito overall of 74, gone up by 3. Anton Arvidsson overall of 74, gone up by 3 as well. Anton Kovac, the captain, overall of 76, gone up by 2. And Way overall of 63, just promoted them from the academy, looking beefy at 6'6". Tabit Eldib is recovering from an ACL injury, he'll miss this final. 73 overall, gone up by 1. Wasim Ismail overall of 75, gone up by 2. Cyril Boschko overall of 78, gone up by 2. Looking like a quality player in the technical stats. Martin Eggenberger overall of 64, gone up by 4. Another 6'6" massive player. He's out on loan at Jagiellona. Teko Bonsu's out on loan at Midtjylland. 65 overall, gone up by 2. Looking the more technical out of the two. Andrea Marino, overall of 75, gone up by 3. He's got the leadership trait. Daniele Vigorito, overall of 75, gone up by 2. Quality signing him. Same with Ruben Garcia Legea, overall of 77, gone up by 2. He was the one that scored our first goal in the Champions League. Then the Scout Future Star, Daniel Jacobs, overall of 80, gone up by 3. Just joined the 80 overall club a couple of months earlier, I think. Maybe last month. Jacopo Verde, overall of 78, gone up by 2. Quality signing himself, scored against us. Yeah, an assist and a goal against us before we signed him. Mauro Guilherme Santoso Jasper, overall of 75, gone up by 1. He's also got the leadership trait. Thankfully, this guy, we faced him literally in the transfer window, so we signed him because of that performance. Santoso Jasper, though, just leadership trait, the height, the weak foot skill moves, he can play across the midfield. It's a perfect option. Perfect bench option. Nino Grabasic, overall of 79, gone up by 4. I want him to reach 80 and then we'll move on. I'll let him move on with his career. I am training him so I can get the maximum out of him. He is valued at £14 million already. Not bad of a price, but I do want to give him a 90 overall, an 80 overall rather. 90 is a bit too much for someone who doesn't even have 80 potential. I'd be happy with 80 with this guy. Just a personal accomplishment there. Jongsu Chang. He is 74 overall, gone up by 3. There's Grabasic's stats, and I'll put Jongsu Chang's again. Moritz Binhammer, overall of 68, gone up by 1. Gabriel Sikora, overall of 72, gone up by 3. Zahar El Sharani, overall of 67, gone up by 1. He's already gone up, even though we just promoted him. Sergio Mendes, overall of 71, gone up by 3. Andrew Jackson, overall of 68, gone up by 4. Robert Lundgren, overall of 76, gone up by 3. Davor Ujovic, overall of 69, gone up by 3. He's got the max power free kick trait. Love that. Stefano Rito, overall of 71, gone up by 3. Love that he's growing on his own. That is fantastic. Kong Shen, overall of 70, gone up by 2. Love the 5-star skill moves. Alvaro Irigoyen Bravo, overall of 78, gone up by 3. What a signing he was. Alessio Bruno, overall of 73, gone up by 2. Samuel Teki, overall of 79, gone up by 4. Jose Antonio Sol Ortiz, overall of 77, gone up by 2. Quality player him. A little partner in crime for Teki. They're a perfect partnership. Michel Gallo, overall of 73, gone up by 2. Colin Williams, overall of 76, gone up by 3. Alexis Urabari, overall of 74, gone up by 3. Marco Rito, overall of 72, gone up by 3. Akin Aslan, overall of 74, gone up by 4. Tyler Alexander, overall of 67, gone up by 2. And he's out on loan at SC Heerenveen in the Eredivisie in the Netherlands. So looking at the stats, we can have a look at who did really well this season. First top goal scorer was Teki, followed by Boschko and Irigoyen Bravo. 10, 9 and 8. Then assist making. Teki was also the biggest assist maker, which just really proves his vitalness to the team. Gallo followed suit with 4, and Garcia Legea straight behind with 3. That's a really good output from Teki this year. Then clean sheets. The best defender was actually Bacchini with 10, tied with Morales and Kovac. Really, when they played amongst each other, mainly, is when they kept all of their clean sheets. Grabasic also 10, Teki and Boschko with 11. Interesting. Zanonato kept 8 clean sheets. Gruber kept 7 as a goalkeeper. Kind of important. Esposito only 6, and Lopez kept 5, most of them in pre-season. And Marinovic, Arvidsson, and the rest of the defenders. And I haven't had a look at the other leagues. Hello, super cool. We'll just do the final in a second. I'm waiting for more people to join in. I want actually 3 people might be enough, but we'll just quickly move with this. So Austria Vienna won 2 points ahead of Red Bull Salzburg. KA Ghent won the Belgium League. Then Midtjylland won in Denmark. In England, Manchester United took the crown 9 points off their bitter rivals Liverpool. Chelsea and Manchester City in the Champions League spots. Spurs and Everton are going to go to Europe as well. And relegated Leeds United, Bournemouth and Stoke City. Then Wolves and Cardiff went up. And someone else in the playoffs will soon join them. Portsmouth won League 1 and League 2 was won by Southend United. Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain took it just 6 points ahead of Monaco. Gap is getting closer in the Ligue 1. Then in Germany, Bayern Munich won again, 4 points ahead of Schalke and Leverkusen. Then Bundesliga 2, Augsburg won that convincingly and Wehen won the 3rd division in Germany. Then Republic of Ireland, the Electricity League was won by Dundalk. Chievo Verona won Serie B, so they'll be promoted alongside Spal and a 3rd team in the playoffs. And Eredivisie won by PSV. Seems to be a reoccurrence this. Ajax seem to ball the title in the FIFA simmings. Both saves they've lost it to PSV. And this time by even more points than the other time. Just 3, now it's 7. Rosenborg won the Norwegian League. Legia Warsaw won here. Whilst Legia Gdansk took the crown in the Morecambe save. 5 points difference. Sporting won the Ligue Nose. Well, that doesn't happen since we moved over to the 21st century, basically. It's been that long ago. And Porto somehow finished 5th. I can't remember, right? I can't remember when Porto finished outside the top 4. Actually, no, make that top 3. I can't remember last time we finished top 3. Out of top 3, actually. Can't remember. I really can't. So that is quite a shock. Rangers won the Scottish Premiership. They overthrown Celtic in the Scottish throne. And Barcelona won in Spain, 1 point ahead of Real Madrid. Atletico tied on points, they won it on goal difference. And it's looking more competitive now. Real Madrid looking less of bottle jobs here than in the other save when they finished outside of the Champions League places. And relegated was Malaga, Sporting Gijon and SD Eibar. Then Rayo Vallecano and Tenerife will be promoted. Then in Sweden, Ike lost the title on goal difference to EFK Narköping. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. And it's not looking good for Malmo, is it? 4 points. They won the title convincingly the other save. Basel, they are dominating the Swiss league. Fenerbahce won Besiktas, this time by a lot less. Just a 1 point. 74 to 73. And the rest of the leagues are still going on. And big shout out to my man Tim Woods, who's doing FC Dallas. The link is in the description. His team is winning the MLS. How about that? Well, let's get into the business, shall we? Let's get business done. Coppa Nazionale final against Fiorentina. And I think I'm going to have to play these tired players. Jeff Hendrick is playing for these guys. What is he doing in the starting lineup? about Veritu? Veritu can play as a CDM. Got Rico coming on. And got a decent regen in the Vita, but this is a cup final, so I don't think he'll have the chance. Baragi can be a left mid. That's a good shout. Castrovili, maybe? Saponara. Saponara is a good camp instead of Jeff Hendrick. Then this defensive midfield, this is really what they need. Actually, no, they don't really need him. They need a right winger, that's what they need. But this guy's good. So, gonna put him instead of Saponara. Got too many cans in the starting lineup anyway. Got two players that can do wing here. Castrovilli can't do right wing, Saponara can't do right wing, and Zelfendry can't do right wing. Got Mesanovic. The Vita is looking like the best, but he's 23, so he's really old. And should we put Saponara instead of Cardona? Don't know about that one. Sup Sneaky, how you doing? As always, sneaking up behind. Who is it? Who is your favourite in the team? Isn't it Boschko? I think it is. Bruno Varela is playing ahead of Dragovski. Yeah, in real life that wouldn't happen, but there you go. Put the super cool tactic. Big shout out to him as well. Yeah, that's why. Think we should play Bacchini up wide and play Zanalato inside. Probably the way to go. Got the strength speciality. Could probably play. Zanalato didn't have that much clean sheets though. Gonna put in Vlasic. And Zanalato's a guy who'll have a lot of time to play. Yeah, Sikora looks good, but he's just come a bit too late to the save really to make any difference. Unfortunately, starting up top though, I think Rito deserves to start over Sol Ortiz, but Sol Ortiz definitely deserves a bench place ahead of Lundgren and Ujovic. Don't know if Marino does as well. We might stick in Ujovic, and if we need to, we'll drop Rito to the midfield. And we have like Garcia Legea who can do both. So we're good. Good for now. Alright. So here are the starting lineups. Go ahead. Make your predictions in the chat. And I'm leaving out some big names for this one. Colin Williams, Morales is the biggest name that I'm leaving out. Lundgren is also a big name. Vigarito, Carrizo, Marinovic. Some big names. Aldib is injured, but Satoso, Jasper, and Ismail as well. Yeah, big names. And Bruno. 2-1 to me. Alright. Here we go. Fiorentina in the Coppa Nazionale final. Stadio Olimpico. What a big stadium this is. Full of history, that's for sure. Gonna try and get past the goalkeeper for a bit. Jacobs. Oh, this guy's got the time finishing on. I always don't remember to like take it away on the second controller because I just never play with it. All right, here we go.
Of a cup competition We've got a great one here, I'm sure. All the signs are good, all the omens are good, the teams are certainly very good, and the players involved as well. We're moments away. Join us for the kickoff, and it's live.
For once, a cutscene that it's actually worthy of being listened to. Let's do it.
For Italian football, it's one of the real dates in the diary. The conclusion of the Coppa Nazionale, the Italian domestic cup. And it's got to be played out to a finish here, incidentally. Alan Smith alongside me.
Yeah, can't wait. It's a relatively new experience for me, this one. We've had some fantastic cup finals going down the years, and I don't think this will be much different.
And this is the way they will start the game today.
Alright, here we go. Big stage this. We've already seen the lineups and, more importantly, the ratings.
Coppa Nazionale, big day, finals day here in Italy.
Well, the flags are waving, and I think the players will be.
Here we go. We're off.
Going into this one.
No nonsense defending from him.
Gavrich. Verde. Kovac, I see the run made by Teki. Just too light and quick to
It's gone out for a throw.
really turn down. Verde. Need an option to open up. There's the option, and we can't get it to him. It's really just a waiting game with the attack. You just need to wait for someone to get open, which might be never.
On the play, that's why it's gone out.
There's Boschko running through the midfield. Boschko again. I see the run made at the far post. Come on, get it to him.
Away by the defender.
Yes. Jacobs skips past his man. Jacobs pulls the trigger but only works the keeper. Kovac.
Opportunity to cross it now.
Give it back. We need some... I mean, how slow is that first touch though? Yes, through again. Here is Boschko going for goal. It's saved. Plazic back, Verde again, and Varela. Jesus Christ. We are pulling the trigger at first sight, really. That's probably what's costing us. Verde touches it down, gets past his man, going for the goal again. But Bruno Varela's been untouchable so far. And here is another Portuguese who just made headlines today. 126 million this guy's worth, somehow.
You can see what he was trying to do with the cross, but it's a goal kick.
Well, I wouldn't say he's the best player on the team, but I wouldn't even say he's the best right mid on the team, but he's up there. He's a very good player. I'd say the best player on the team right now is probably the one with the worst rating, and that is Gavrich.
Comes in with a tackle.
That really just shows how good Gavrich is. Because you're only saying that because Boschko is Slovakian.
Referee helping Fiorentina here get on the ball because there was a foul.
Ball through to Joao Felix. Ball is across and it could be danger. It is. The wingers connect and that is 1-0 Fiorentina. It's Federico Chiesa with his fourth goal in the cup. Fiorentina, not Argentina. They're close but not the same. I mean, Florence and South America are a bit far away from each other. That's 1-0 to Fiorentina.
This turnover could be costly against a side that can break like this.
Gavrich over the top, and I can't seem to get out of this stranglement.
It's the goalkeeper's ball.
Of the pressure of the CPU. I need some runners, and nobody's willing to run. Great. There we go. Plazic onto the box, and he just doesn't put the cross in when we wanted to. He took an extra touch, and the guy had to run offside and run back, so he wasn't. So he lost his edge. Why does that sound dodgy?
Wanting to find a teammate, but he's just found an opponent. Oh, it saw the goal and went forward.
What a save. Gruber keeps us in the final.
Show how good they are at corners and maybe increase their advantage.
Well, why do you tell me to scout it all the time then? All I get from you is Slovakia and Czech Republic.
Defended well. Being closed down here.
I literally just guessed that right because he was Slovakian. That was just the basic. Oh, come on, put the foot in.
That's the half-time whistle.
Right, we're 1-0 down. It's been a bit of a challenge. I need to focus on this game, clearly. Oh, it's that. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Then, my guess was right, but for the wrong reasons. Definitely the wrong reasons. Unfortunately, I just say Boschko because it's easier to say, and he does have the thing on the S, I think. So it just went and nobody said anything about it, so I'm sticking with it. I'm bringing on Sol Ortiz. Boschko couldn't finish today. Don't know why. And I don't say the F in the end, so you can scratch that. The V in the end, rather.
Maybe a sight of goal. Good defensive clearance there. Jordan Veretout.
Irigoyen Bravo. Off to the races. Verde chips it forward. Teki needs to take it on. Come on, Teki. Finish this. There we go. It's 1-1. Fine finish by Teki. Took it off the man. And that is an easy, cool, calm, collected finish for his first goal in the cup. And what a time to get it. Top goal scorer in the league for a reason, I mean. Well, I just went with it and nobody seemed to complain, so I am definitely not going to change. At least until someone complains.
Lovely ball.
Good ball. Irigoyen Bravo's through. Yes. Oh, come on, how slow are you? Why did you stop running? And now they've kept it in even. Give up. Gabric gets us out of trouble again. Only for us to give it back. Isn't it lovely?
Alvarez Balanta. We've reached the hour mark.
There's Chiesa. Kovac steals it off him. What a guy. Grubasic. Through. Retail. Sol Ortiz inside for Grubasic, and that is a save. Here's Bacchini, skips past his man, going on a run, and he's chopped off. Completely disconnected from the attack. And that is a throw-in, surely. Apparently not. Apparently not for us. It is a throw-in, but not for us. Okay. Back heel. Oh, come on. Chiesa. Yes, good block, Kovac. There we go. Yeah, well, him and Gruber are really the first two. Like, we got them both in our first scout reports. That is just ridiculous. Both keepers in from the first scout report. And we got a third one as well, and a fourth, but from the seconds, they just haven't stuck around because we had Gruber and Esposito. And the difference between the two is that Esposito's rating is higher, but value-wise, skill-wise, on the game-wise, taking ratings away, Gruber is better. He's just more consistent.
Just a mistake, really. It's not even asked too much of the opponent. It's just a mishit pass. On the attack here. Alvarez Balanta.
Yes, Grabasic. Inside, can't play the pass inside.
Trying to pass it through, and the interception is absolutely.
Come on, Grabasic.
This late in the game.
Nearly stolen off him. Still Grabasic. He is very tired. He needs to lay it off. Reads out. Good ball. Sol Ortiz is in, and dear me, that is a poor finish. Sol Ortiz should have done a lot better there. Probably charged the shot a bit up. I didn't notice. But I don't think it was just me. I mean, that went. That talk about making a hash of your opportunity. That's very good touch. That'll do. Alright, Sol Ortiz. I'm waiting on the run of Irigoyen Bravo. There he goes. Scoop turn inside. This could be it. So it's denied by the woodwork. What a lovely piece of skill denied. Oh man, that is heartbreaking actually. That is heartbreaking.
2 more minutes to play, that of added time. Fiorentina attacking here in the closing moments of the game, still trying to win it.
Through, yes, Esposito gets it out of there. We're going to have extra time. At the end of the second half, it's 1-1 at the Stadio Olimpico. Who is going to take it and when? I wish we had a fourth, so like in real life we would. Nowadays I think it's already in the rule to put a fourth substitution available to both teams if the match goes to extra time.
Can go in from here.
Yes, Kovac turns back. Look at Verde go. Verde! He deserves a goal. He really does. Varella's been amazing. Sol Ortiz, ball into the box. Varela has to punch it out.
Good position for the cross.
Irigoyen Bravo. Out to the other side, it's cleared away. Vicini. I mean, I tried to pick out Irigoyen Bravo first, but the game's just giving me shit now. Kill him. Oh, nearly. Nearly wiped the floor with him.
Well, then it goes. Defended well. Strong challenge. Could whip it in from here.
Still. Yarmachuk, good block. Back to him. Zanolato cuts it off. And that will be first half of extra time done. That was quick. Second half. Few of the players are just absolutely shot. And we need to look after the players that have very low stamina levels. Yes, Kovac takes off.
It's a good advantage from the referee after that foul challenge.
Rito through Sol Ortiz. Yes, oh, I saw Rito with the cheeky run.
Stuck out a foot and cut off the pass. 8 minutes left.
Trying to put it through. Kovac heads it away. That's easy for him. Rito sends it out wide to the substitute. Irigoyen Bravo. Scoop turn inside. This time doesn't work.
That's an easy cutout for the
Rito. Back to him, and that is a poor 1-2 really. Too lazy to even like get the player out of sight. Ball over the top. Here is Joao Felix, and the ball is stolen off him. Stolen off him. Teki tries to put it through, but can't even kick the ball. Could only control it for a brief second. Here's Teki. Send it through. He can't. And that will be penalties. God help me, I deserve to win this game. Put ourselves in the position that we have to win the penalty shootout, to win it.
Well, here comes the first penalty taker. At least
Stuff, but I think we can get it done. Here we go. Irigoyen Bravo against Varela. I give up. Like, this keeper, man. What the hell is it gonna take? Till. Good save, Ruba. That's it, mate. At least our keeper's doing bits as well. Goodness me, what is it gonna take? Me putting in the chuffing middle? Scoring? Oh my god. Sod off. Mate, I don't know what to do. I'll go left again. We can't score a single penalty. Yaramachuk. He goes right again. I'm going to go Panenka.
The penalty taker. He has to score, otherwise it's curtains. They've got it. They have earned the right to be called the winners of the Coppa
yeah.
Nazionale, Italy's domestic cup.
Well, I won't forget this final in the hurry. It certainly lived up to its billing.
I mean, what can you say about that penalty shootout? What can you say? Like, you just know that the keeper's just not gonna let one in even. Like, he was going left, and then he saw the Panenka coming, and he miraculously, like, almost lifting for the jump to the left, manages to balance himself straight back up to save the penalty. That's bullshit. Look at that. Look at his supporting fee, alright? He's already going for left, and then he switches to the right. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, this is just the perfect bullshit final then. Alright. Well, what a shit show this was. Hello, Ian Robertson. How you doing, mate? How's the things going down at Macclesfield? 8.3 for Verde, man of the match by an absolute mile. If anyone deserved the goal, it was him. And Gruber picked up 3 saves. Saved a few penalties as well, which fair play to him. Actually, he saved the one only, my bad. But he did save it. And I don't get why in the second penalty... Oh, playing with Frankfurt. Okay. In the second penalty, I thought of going left first. And then I decided to switch it to the right well before the player took the shot. And it just went left. Like, that's another thing that they need to fix. Well, that is it then. What an absolute shit show that was. Vujovic is up to a 7-8. That doesn't make up for it, even with the D. And I think what we're gonna do, another bit of tutorial now that this stream was a complete fuck up. I'm gonna show you how to search regions. How about that? Cause I gotta do it in both, so I might as well do a bit live and give you some tips on players to look for. So the thing first that I've got to tell you is that gotta have a notepad quick right beside you, either your phone or just oh wow, oh wow, Manager Rollers Paris Saint-Germain. Actually, never mind. Forget the tutorial, alright? I'm thinking of taking this Paris Saint-Germain offer and see what they've got first. Yeah. We're gonna take it, don't worry. We'll be still playing Parma. Calm down. Just wanna see what this team is all about. And as I was saying, you need to have a little notepad on, either your phone or a physical one. They're playing the cup final next against Ren. Perfect timing. It really is perfect timing. Let's see what they're all about. So they've got Jack Budlin in net. We've got Kimpembe, De Vrij, Lindelof, Robertson, Augustinsson, Mendel, Bakker, Montes Ars. He's a Regen. I need to keep him around. So we'll put Juan de Dios, Montes Ars, because I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this guy before. He's a left back at 77 overall. Got Seru Sai here. Doesn't show a potential status. And he's got 2-star weak foot. And he's 5'5". Doesn't really help his cause. This guy's 6'6". I mean, I'm really thinking of signing him now. So let's put in left back. Well, this was totally worth it. 77 overall. 6'6". Wonderful. It's totally worth it. Is Aubameyang retiring? He's looking a bit concerning. Looking a bit suspicious, rather. Let's put it that way. So Marco Fabian's retiring. Nobody cares about him. Aubameyang's not retiring. Balotelli's going to Burnley, so I don't really need to put him down. And yeah, we're good. We're good to go. And search for Regens. Goodness me, I just feel like playing this final again. That's really how I'm feeling, to make up justice for this. Because we're not going to go to Europe because of it. Really is that simple. We can focus in the league, fair enough, but we don't really have. We know what happens when we focus in the league. We saw that last time. Which means I might sim this another season. Because this was really a disappointment. We need to sort out the contracts expiring. We'll do that in a second when we scroll down. So Bernardo Silva's the player of the month, alright. Yeah, player contracts expiring, heard that before. Get through that. When you get to the last week, be careful. if you don't want to skip and go through the calendar, because sometimes it goes a bit too quick for you to pause it. Player returns from injury. That's LD, who returns just in time for the pre-season. And now let's sort out the contracts. Fabian Lopez is not going to go. Not after his magical pre-season. Sergio Mendes, not going either. Sikra staying as well. Then Moritz Binhammer, one of my personal favourites, and Supercools because he's got the 5-star skill moves. There you go, Marino with the leadership trait, love him. He's homegrown talent as well. Wasim Ismail, Rocky Ismail. In Rito as well, the younger brother Marco. Then Mario Vlasic, just played in the first team. And finally, Anton Arvidsson. All renewed contracts. Let's move on to search players. So here's what you want to do. You have the notepad that I've told you to have. You put down the leagues. And you leave enough space to note down. It really depends on the league. It's really best for you to do this on a phone or on a computer. They have right beside you. Because you can have the list and you can delete and scratch and everything all you want, and you don't have to really spend that much paper. So I have a lot of leagues to go through. For that, before I forget even, I need to put down the PSG wingback that I thought was decent. There we go. It's 24. I recommend you go check out at least every top 5 league at the moment. But I do search more than that. Putting up the spaces. Alright, nearly set up, and there we go. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to put it up to 32 to 50. They don't retire before that. It's really rare. I've never seen it. Never seen it in these FIFAs, even at 32 years of age. But sometimes in the older FIFAs, at 32 it used to happen some of the time. Like back in the day, like FIFA 14, FIFA 15 days. Just be sure, put it at 32 to 50. We'll get all the regions that are, all the real players that are retiring rather. And we go down through the list and you just check them out. If you see a player that you know is good, you just click on him, and if he shows, let's see one that's retiring, there you go. If it shows this image, just take note of his position, his nationality, which would be goalkeeper and Argentinian, and the league that you're searching on, which is Argentina. Now I'm going to carry on and search for an actual one that I'm interested in. I don't think there's anyone left in the Argentinian league that I think is decent enough. God, I can't remember that guy. Basically, names that you recognize. That's what you're looking for here. Players that you know are decent or were decent in their prime. Almost looked like Rondon, that guy. No, we don't have anyone left. So, we don't have anyone from Argentina. And I just fucked up the... Great. I just fucked up the actual sheet by deleting a series of leagues. Because I was getting ready to put the new thing on. Alright, so we'll just move on. I'll sort this later. So Argentina, nothing. I do search China too. You don't have to, but there's a couple of really good players there. Let's have a look. Go through this because it's quicker. You can just see the names. The faces can pop up outside in the other screen too. She's down here. What about Brazil? Don't really search Brazil, but I can. I can search Brazil. But retiring players normally they don't come from Brazil. Got Abdenur's looking alright. Buonanotte. Nah. Got Nani. That's a good shout. Can have Nani. I'll just put Brazilian instead of Argentinian. That's a good shout. Brazilian league. And we'll put Nani in there. He is a left mid from Portugal. There we go. That's a perfect example. Matt Ritchie's down here as well, down this neck of the woods. And that is it. Filip Dordovic, not really that great. So there's the Brazilian league. Good shout. Good shout. I don't really scout them all. Know what I mean? When I do have the time, I like to search them all. It's something I used to do back when I had time. Which is something I don't know anymore. We were down at what? I think we were down here. Just quickly scroll through. This is how quickly you can scroll. I think we were down here, but I don't think there was anyone. Nah. Okay, so China, nobody. But normally there's Hulk, there's Ramirez, there's Gaitan. Some good names in there. Now, into the Premier League. Aguero's been looking more and more suspicious. When they really start losing their rating, this is when you need to keep a close eye on them. As I just bit my tongue. Marko Arnautovic. Great shout. Striker from Austria. Charlie Austin as well would be a good shout, but we have enough strikers. And they were not looking for homegrown talent. For English talent, really, in particular. Like in the Morecambe save. Borok is retiring. Bruno as well. Brahimi's dropped off a bit. Caballero. Not really worth it because he's a keeper. We got Seamus Coleman. That's a good shout. Right back, Rep Ireland. Got Stephen Defoe, former Porto player there. Ratface is retiring. Right winger from Argentina. We just lost to Brazil in real life. What do you think of the Copa America? In real life. So, drink water. That's a good shout. Because at this time, you're looking really for the standout players. I just like to note them all personally. But fine, I can search Belgium. I'll just be done with the Premier League in a bit. And this is what you do, you just scroll down until the names eventually go. Grant. What about... Oh, Hazard's only 32. He's 87 now. Wayne Hennessy, Tom Heaton. Herrera. Patrick Aman, no. Herrera's not retiring. It's a big one. Kyle. Got this Israeli player. Kramaric going to Brighton. So don't really need to take note because I'll be here. Searching this. Hugo Lloris. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, I mean, I'm big into my country. I'm very patriot in that regard. Not because we have Ronaldo. I've always been patriotic. And I do really like players that play for the shirt, play for the country. But, like, as a foreigner, I would not want to be Messi and play for Argentina. So Juan Mata's retiring, that's a big one. Uco Martina as well, but not really the best. Juan Mata, right mid, he's from Spain. There we go, he's already down the Premier League list. So Mertens moved on. Very interesting. Still the top scorer in the other league. No, it's not Mertens. Who was it? It was... Oh god, I can't remember his name. Insigne, there we go. Bit embarrassing that. Not remembering Insigne. Mkhitaryan's retiring. That's a good shout. Right mid, Armenia. Milivojevic as well there. Pizzella just made the Argentinian side as well. Ramos is retiring. Rakitic is not. And so isn't Rojo. But we do have Ramos. That is quite a big one. Centre back from Spain. Sergio Romero's not retiring. Savic there. I do like Sakai. Morgan Schneiderlin's retiring. Another big one. CDM France. And we've got Shawcross who's got a good rating. Or used to. At least. Be right back. I am back. Sorry for the caps lock. No problem. Here's Sommer. Stanislas is retiring. Don't really care about him though. Jamie Vardy is not having a party yet. Not his retirement party. Then we've got Theo Walcott, who was looking suspicious in the Everton reserves. Now he is definitely retiring. Right mid from the mothership. Danny Welbeck is looking suspicious as well. Then Ozil hasn't retired yet, but he's looking ever closer to that prospect. And then in the championships, you sometimes get players like Andre Ayew, who were really decent, but they ended up in a bad side. So there you go. Swansea City have Jordan Ayew. Andre Ayew. Ghana. Alright. Barry Bannon's still playing for Sheffield Wednesday. Feel like ages. Benyat's a decent player. I remember him. Nasser Chadley as well. Or he used to, but now he's just meh. Remember an inform that he had a few years ago. It's not this year though. So we'll skip over him. Tim Krul? No. What about here? There's Freddie Montero over here. From Sporting Lisbon. Stephen Naismith, not really the best. Rui Patricio's down with Wolves. Going to Napoli, no wonder why. Curiously enough, it was the other club that was interested in him. But George Mendes really twisted his hand into signing for Wolves. After that Sporting meltdown. Yeah, I hope, but there's a few Czech teams in the rest of the world. There is a few Czech teams at least. Rondon up next. And he's from Venezuela. Jack Rodwell. He's playing for Blackburn now. I mean, after robbing Sunderland. Danny Simpson, he's a Premier League winner. Never bad to go with him. England should be 80 overall. In terms of potential, should be around that. And that's it. That's it for the championship. Now you get what I'm doing. So you wanted me to check out Belgium? And Junior Hoylett in Brazil, who wasn't that great. Junior Hoylett is 33, he's not retiring. So Belgium it is. But there's really no good regens to pick up. That's the thing. It's not youngsters. You don't need to think about the youngsters. Carcelo Gonzalez at best is a 75 overall player. Was a 75 overall player, not now. Moussa Dembele has actually moved down here, so interesting that he didn't start over here. Got Itaraspe. Got Mandanda from Congo. Pedro Mendes here, mate, he's poor. I haven't heard from him since God knows when. So this Suarez guy who played for Porto actually moved down to Belgium. Interesting. Maya Yoshida, yeah, he's not that great anymore. Yeah, we'll go championship. We've already gone championship. We'll go league. Slavia Prague only barely got eliminated. Chelsea deserved to go out on that one. Let me be completely honest. And Tunes in France, sitting on both Aubameyang and Quado Asamoah though. Balotelli's moving to Burnley. Yeah, we've seen that. Hatem Ben Arfa though is a good one. Belanda just about missed out on him on this year. Should be close. He is from France. Lars Bender. Christian Benteke at 75. Braithwaite Busquets down to an 81. Remy Cabella, who played for Newcastle, is in. He plays for Saint Etienne now, not a bad side. Anil Carrito, Edison Cavani. What a shout. Choupo-Moting, no, he isn't. He isn't retiring yet. Aaron Creswell is. He's not that great. He used to play for Leicester, wasn't it? He wasn't that great, though. Matteo Darmian was a bit better, at least in ratings-wise. Definitely overrated, though, in this game. Italy. Franco De Santo. He is not retiring. The Derby's not that great. Jimmy Durvas. Alvin Ekdal's not retiring. You're live again, my bro. Mark doing his first ever live stream. Oh, nice. Nice. Check it out in a bit. I'm just really pissing around and searching for regens. I think I'm going to wrap it up after we're done with France. But you get the point. You just scroll down and you have a look at the players that are retiring. You take note of their nationality. You take note of their position and the league that they are playing in. And once you do that for all leagues, then you move over to the next season. And in the next season, you just go down to the search players list. You put 16 to 21-year-old age bracket, and you start going through the list. You put the position, you put the nationality, and you put the league that they're playing in. If they don't pop up in the league, it's because they are in the free agents. And that's where you get really lucky. Alright? And then you scout him and you shortlist him and you find out who he actually is. You might get lucky with the weak foot and skill moves, you might not. That's part of the random aspect of regens. But we've got so many that you're guaranteed to have a certain potential, which is the potential that the player has in the game. Not the overall that he ends up with, no, the potential that he has, which means the top end that he has. For the older players, it's normally the overall they start the save with. For the younger players, for the 30-year-old players, the overall that they get around second season, around that, because they might grow to 1. If not, it's around the same. For the first 5 years of the save, you're pretty much pretty much the overall they started with. And yeah, that is basically it about searching up regens. Then I recommend you check out at least the top 5 leagues. If you really don't have the time, just check out England, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Those are must watches because they have the best players in the world. Then as secondary leagues, then you've got Eredivisie, you've got Liga NOS, you've got Rest of the World, you've got MLS Turkey, you've got Brazil, Argentina, got China, who's the big one, got Japan for Iniesta and Torres, who just retired in real life, and you've got Belgium as well, which you can search, or you can do that for all of them if you really want a complete experience of the save, if you do have the time. So yeah, next up, James Milner. Here is the henchman. Most boring man in the world. Aaron Moy, look at that, love that. An Australian, unfortunately he's not retiring, Tomo. I would have thought about picking up his regen, but he's not retiring, and the clock is ticking in the save. Otamendi the same. Ranocchia dropping off. Marco Reus still clinging on to a 79 overall. Then we've got Stefan Rufia, Diafra Sarko, who played in the Premier League. We've got Gylfi Sigurdsson. What about... But you really need to keep out at least the best ones, the 80 plus overall ones. Those are the ones that you need to keep an eye on. For Alex Teixeira being one of them. Striker from Brazil. He plays at Marseille in this save. The Mago Vida still playing. And that is it. Alright. You should do this in all seasons, unless you're heading into your last season and you don't really have that many great regions. You should do this. You should do this in every single season of your save. At the very end of the save, have a 1 hour look through the leagues, at least through the top 5 leagues. You won't regret it because you'll pick up some fantastic talent. Alright, that is it. I'm gonna leave you with the main menu, and Silva picks up the May Player of the Month award. It's a bit odd, and yeah, that is it. Tomorrow we'll have the Morecambe live stream. I will have the Copa America and the pre-season tournament, if we do have one, because we didn't have one for the World Cup. Very odd to see, but we'll have to wait and find that one out. But yeah, that is it for this episode. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, then have a nice weekend. And until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.